After leaving the royal family, the couple had a new life in America. During their 3-day trip in Nick, many of their new events took place. In a speech held at Global Citizen's multinational 24-hour livestream event in New York, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex denounced global affluent pharmaceutical companies for vaccine equity and called for the renunciation of intellectual property rights to vaccine formulations. They demanded justice for the people. However, vaccine experts have asserted that pharmaceutical companies distributing COVID-19 formulations for free could lead to failure to address international vaccine inequality. Thomas Quaney, General Manager of the International Federation of Pharmaceutical Manufacturers and Associations, responded to Meghan and Harry's claims about pharmaceutical companies not doing enough resources to address the problem of inequality, vaccine equality around the world. He told The Telegraph, "We completely agree with the Sussexes that action is needed now to ensure a COVID-19 vaccine is shared quickly and fairly around the world and everyone. However, giving up intellectual property rights to the COVID-19 vaccine will neither increase production nor provide the practical solutions needed to combat this global health crisis. As we have consistently asserted, giving up is the simple, but completely wrong, answer to a complex problem. As we now have so many vaccines already on the market, and many more vaccines in the pipeline, calls to give up intellectual property rights are a distraction." Mr. Quaney added that current trade barriers and shortages of raw materials, supply chain bottlenecks and reluctance among rich countries to share doses are real challenges. In their speech, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex called on the world's leading nations to donate 1 billion doses of the COVID-19 vaccine to other developing countries. This week, we sat down with independent global health leaders to understand more about how we are moving closer to vaccine equity and ending this health crisis, Prince Harry said. Experts say many countries are ready to make vaccines at home, but they are not allowed to do so because extremely wealthy pharmaceutical companies do not share recipes for making them. Meghan added, "Every person on this planet has a fundamental right to this vaccine. That's a point, but that's not happening. And while in this country and many others you can go almost anywhere and get vaccinated, billions of people around the world can't." This year, the world's plan is to achieve the goal of immunizing 70% of the people in each country, but it is a mistake that so far, so much of the vaccine supply has only been made available to people 10 rich countries and no one else. This is really not okay. Meghan continued, "And while we consider this a humanitarian crisis, which is precisely a humanitarian crisis, control of a vaccine that can help save lives shouldn't be in the hands of a lucky few. Lucky?" Dr. Simon Clark, Associate Professor of Cellular Microbiology at the University of Reading, also responded to Meghan and Harry's claims. He told The Telegraph, "People often assume that there is a single patent behind every vaccine. This is absolutely not true. There are many patents and they will all have to be opened up. With RNA vaccines in particular, I don't believe there are many parts of the developing world that can produce them on a large scale.